Ime Udoka, donkey of the day?
Oh, man. No, I like what Shaq said. You know, I feel like a hypocrite doing that because I too was a serial cheater. You know, and I think that it's more of a teachable moment. Because there's a story there. I don't know if this story is public yet, but there's a story there. And to me, man, it just makes me wonder, like, why do we as men always find ourselves in positions to where we self-sabotage at the best points of our life? Like, you know, why do our penises come before our paychecks?
Yeah, we had
You
Marcus
know?
Spears on, and we asked that exact question.
Yeah, and it's like what is lacking in us, you know, that causes us to have those type of insecurities to where we try to feed our egos with, you know, fucking as many women as possible. You know what I mean? Like, do I have to sleep with this man's wife? Do I have to cheat on my fiance? I'm not judging the brother at all. I'm just saying that there's a teachable moment there, because I was that dude. I was that dude who, you know, was feeding his ego. And like when you feeding your ego is like, it's a cup with no bottom to it. So you can sleep with as many women as you want. That ain't gonna fix what needs healing inside of here. So when I see situations like that, man, I just be wondering, like, yo, why do we constantly put ourselves in positions to, you know, self-sabotage, you know? And I mean, in that situation in particular, it's like, yo, you a black man coaching one of the most historic franchises in the NBA and one of the most racist cities in America. You already know they don't want you there, probably. No matter how much you win, they didn't want Bill Russell. They still treated Bill Russell like a nigga. So how they gonna treat you?
They broke in his house and shit in his
That's
bed.
what I'm saying. So it's like you already know that. So why put yourself in, you know, that position? And I think that's the bigger conversation to be had. I felt like what Shaq was saying was true, and then Shaq brought it back to himself, saying like, yo, I almost lost my family. You know, I did lose my family because of this. It's like, those are the conversations we need to be having. Like, I saw my pops tell me all the time, one of the things that he regrets the most is how he ended up, you know, treating my mom. And, you know, he wishes he could do a do-over with that. And it was the same thing with me when I was out there running the streets. Like, I didn't want to ruin my family. And I have never, man, I have yet to see a man, like, ruin his family because of infidelity and be the same person after that. Either they become a better human, but there's always that regret. There's always that hole. And I wish that that's the conversation us as men should have. Like, instead of being the adult that my dad was to me, telling me like, oh, you only got one girlfriend? One day you gonna understand. I'd rather be the dude that said, hey man, when I started like devoting myself to my wife, like literally committing myself to my wife, I'm not cheating, I'm not doing nothing else, and I'm going to therapy, and I'm doing the work on myself. Bro, look at my life the last 6-7 years. I came up in every way, physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, everything. So it's just like, why not tell those stories, you know, to young men? So I think that's what we should use situations like this to be teachable moments to tell those stories, you know, to young men. Because this dude gonna lose like what, 60 million?
It's gonna be crazy.
70 million?
Yeah, it's gonna be crazy.
But is that the answer too? Because I have 2 sons. Is that the answer?
What do you mean?
Because to this problem. So it goes back to the Bible, Samson. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's biblical about sex affecting the men. So as my son, I have a 9, 11, and a 2-year-old. How do I raise them that we can break this cycle that goes back to the biblical time?
I think, you know, doing things like putting them in therapy early, you know, teaching them things about, you know, the ego early, teaching them how to really be secure as men. Like, yo, the way we got raised, man, they talk to us about manhood, right? It's like, man, the idea we had of manhood growing up, that shit was just some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? It was about sleep with as many women as possible. How many people can you beat up? When we talk about keeping it real, that's like, how criminal can you be? You know what I mean? That's literally what it was. And to the point where if somebody was going to college, like, oh, you think you're better than us because you read? You know what I mean? Like, that's because you read.
So simple, too.
So simple. So it's literally just about, we got to change the narratives in our culture. We got to change what we think, what we historically thought was cool. You know what I mean? I think that's the key. Like, this false perception of what we thought manhood was when we was younger. Like, nah, getting rid of that. Being a man is, you know, taking care of yourself spiritually, mentally, emotionally, physically. Because when you do all of that, naturally you're gonna take care of everybody around you. So to me, it's just like, yo, protect and provide. Protect your heart, protect your spirit, protect your soul, provide yourself with, the means to constantly grow and evolve, and you'll just naturally show up as a better human on this planet, for your people, and you won't even want that. Don't get me wrong, you think it's hard to like, is it not hard to like look at other women and be like, oh shoot, but literally that's all it is. It's a thought sometimes. You just admire a beautiful woman and be like, oh, that's dope. I don't gotta pursue that. And plus, why you wanna fuck her life up? Not only are you messing your life up because you got a whole situation, why you wanna mess the next woman's life up? Like, I got a whole family and kids at home. I'm never gonna be with you. You know what I mean? And then you go out here and you mess around with these young ladies, they think they can take you away from home. Next thing you know, you mad because she want to tell your wife what's going on. And nowadays she want to get on social media and tell the world what's going on. It's like, I don't even understand why people be taking that risk anymore. Like back in the day when you used to do dirt, they tell you don't even talk on the phone about it.
Yeah.
These is DMing women. And they married. Are you out of your fucking mind? You know she can screenshot this and tell the whole world, like, why are you doing this? I can't put myself in those positions, man. You know what I mean? And talking about anxiety, oh, Lord have mercy. Ain't nothing like waking up to a woman that you ain't supposed to be with and your wife is FaceTiming you in the morning. You know what I'm saying? And you supposed to be out doing work. You know what I mean? I'll be headed to the airport or something like, oh my God. Oh, Lord have mercy. And think about the chance, let me shut up. No, because I'm just thinking about some of the risks take, man. I done been laying in the bed, wife FaceTime me, woman I'm with is like, I'll hide under the covers. And my dumb ass was like, trusted her to hide under the covers. And she did hide under the covers, but what made me think that was okay? What type of fear factor challenge am I doing? I would do that. Why? Why, bro? Like, God damn, yo.